Listen. Yeah. Yes, Lord. Get that out of there. Hello. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you're ready to listen because it's your boy, Matty Rants, and we're talking about RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 5. I think this is Episode 6, and it's Snatch Game. Snatch Game. I actually know all the people who they were being. I said, oh, I understand the references. Maybe that was missed online by a few folks, at one point in time, we're being stan accounts, and then we're ended up being, hateful in these accounts. But we're going to talk about this episode today, the Snatch Game, the Heart on Runway, the decisions that were made today. Some people are not excited for somebody to really get rewarded again. Other people felt like it was deserved by somebody else. And most folks that are having these opinions have never done drag. So we're going to go ahead and get into this today. Matty, what about I have, and I'm still doing it. You can't come for me anymore on that. But no, we're going to talk about it today. We're going to have a little bit of fun, and I hope you're here to have a good time. It is a live rant review recap of the series. So this is not meant for 20 minutes of you just getting everything you need in a small little lump. This is about you getting a conversation. It's a conversation that we're having today with each other, whether you're in the live chat, whether you're at home watching this and you're like yelling at your TV or at your computer or in your car at me, or saying, yeah, that's right, Matty, or being like, that's not true, Matty. You don't know what you're talking about. This is that kind of conversation today. So respect and understand that. Now, listen. I appreciate all of y'all for tuning in today. This has been a really tough time with the algorithm and how it's been using my channel. For those of you on my Patreon, you got a very extensive way of understanding what's going on and why I've been so adamant about the comment section and liking this video. So again, for those of you who have caught that, and I'm seeing you now, way more comments than before, and I'm noticing the differences that are happening on my page. Please keep that up. This is literally what YouTube is about. It's not just watching and then leaving. You got to say something by either hitting the thumbs up button or get in the comment section. The smallest of favors you could do for me today. I'm sincere about that. Let's go ahead and get my social medias out the way first, and then let's get this started. Liam, not true. Did you see her outfit? No shade. I love Kate too, but I said this runway is going to keep her from a badge until we get something else. Because God bless that baby. But oh no. Nah, we're a t-shirt. No, friend, we're not doing this today. So listen, let's go ahead and get to it. It's at MattyRants everywhere except for Twitter, which is X now. That's at the MattyRants. There's a Linktree link in the description. You need to click that baby, and it'll get you where you need to go. I do reactions on Patreon. This episode is uploaded right now, along with Drag Race Brazil's Ball episode. So if you want to catch over 400 videos of reactions that I've done on my page, catch it for as low as $1 a month. Also, bookable on Cameo. Also, merch available at dragqueenmerch.com. Shout out to Bible Girl and Company having me on board. Get you some Rant Pack t-shirts, Mativia. Sundays are best with the panel. And the panel, buy yourself some merch for the holiday season. I'd love to see you wear it. Tag me in the photo if you will too. Also, I'm me. Do what I got to do. Some people think that I'm just sitting on top of the world. I'm not. But God knows I'm trying. But this is a disclaimer for anybody that takes me a little too seriously, for someone that doesn't appreciate my comedy, for anyone that takes my words and misconstrues them and tries to use them against me or anybody else. I want you to understand, and I'm always going to forever preach this, especially because YouTube has been a little weird lately with limiting my ads over videos that I'm on the terms of service with. But hear me loud and clear. This program is for entertainment purposes only. Content is not intended to malign any religion, race, company, individual, gender, or wigs. If you think that is the case, it's not. Relax. All opinions expressed by Matty Rants and program participants are solely their personal views and do not reflect the opinions of every human being on the planet. No hate should be sent to any of the shows or individuals mentioned on this program, so please don't be rude. And grab your libations and strap in because Matty is a talker, so you may be here for a while. And if you feel uncomfortable after viewing this program, consume some activity at the dragqueenmerch.com store and have yourself a good poot. I just saw a new Patreon subscriber come in while we were talking. Shout out to Elijah. I appreciate you for tuning in and being a part of my Patreon crew. For those of you who are a part of the Patreon team, the dollar is to get you, of course, to watch like all the reaction videos, but there are upper tiers that I'm starting to dive back into and be a little bit more clear on. I'm getting over a little hill of depression that has sort of consumed me for the past couple of months. Ever since I started working out again, along with my therapy, I've started to feel a little bit better about myself. And I'm having moments where I am being honest and sort of vocalizing some of the pain that I've been experiencing. But I'm recognizing the differences in how I feel, as well as, working on the mental part of this all. So maybe you catch a little piece of that every now and then, but that's just me. I'm very authentic, believe it or not. Don't let nobody else lie to you or that Reddit thread get to you like that. I'm way more on that level than most people on this earth, and I will stand 10 toes down on that. I've always been that way. Always been that way. And sometimes to a fault. So if you think I'm talking about you, I'm not. If you think I hate you, I don't. If you think that I want the worst for you, I don't have time for that. Now, you can do all that for me. That's weird, but I don't have that for you. So if you want to think that, that's fine. But I promise you, your thoughts will be put to better things and to better use. Okay. So please relax. Let's have a good time today. I don't know where everybody went, but come the fuck back. Because I want us to have a good time here and have a good time on this channel. Yes, I'm Black. Yes, I talk about Black issues. Yes, I'm very pro-Black. If that's a problem, that's strange, but nothing to the point where I'm maligning or being malicious towards anybody else. Okay, so please recognize that. Please understand it. I've lost 13 pounds in less than 2 months. My body is changing up on me in a good kind of way. And so is my mental attitude towards things. If anybody's going through something right now, I'm sending you nothing but love and warmth. I was praying last night, y'all, and I just felt, I know some people aren't religious, but I felt that Holy Spirit hit me, baby. And I said, you know what, Matt? Let's just keep going. Let's just keep trying. Like, what's wrong with failing when it's not really failing? It's just a misstep. It's right now, it's a little hole that you're in. We can get out of it. Just keep going, brother. Just keep fighting for what you want. So that's what we're gonna do here. You don't like that? Okay, that's fine. But I'm not here to be your therapist. I'm not here to tell you that what you feel is valid, because if it's negative and nasty, I'm not a part of it. But of course, me having fun with you today, that's different. We're here to have fun. Okay. Andre, thank you for the super chat. Glad to see you're still doing videos. I'll always be a fanatic of your show, especially the Sunday panel. Thank you. I was starting to feel like nobody wanted to watch me separately because of statements like this, Andre. I'm not trying to drag you, but that was a part of my therapy session. Was I was like, oh, they only like my friends. They don't like me anymore, because they're like, oh, the friends are better than him and they're funnier than him. So like, let's stop fucking with Matthew when he's just doing regular videos. I had to do a lot of work on getting out of that mental headspace. And I think the way I have to tell myself now is, hey, Matt, they love the show because you brought your friends, and that makes them love you as well as them even more, because it's a genuine friendship between those people. So I'm glad you like the panel. I hope you like all my other shows too. And I would love to see that same sort of love that the panel gets on every single video that I post on this channel, because it's really important. Because honestly, yes, YouTube has hit me very hard. They have thrown me away, and I'm trying to get right back into the good graces again. Don't know why. But those surveys at the end of the video are important. There are people who have spammed those surveys against me, as well as everything else. So if they ask you how you like the video, please 5-star it. Please do everything you can. Be a part of this Rant Pack family. And again, I support and appreciate every single one of you. Okay. Oh yeah, I mean, I love Scotty by nature. That's my boy. I do some other shows on other people's channels too, but that's my actual friend. And there's even a blog that these people made up saying that we were feuding and we were fighting, and it's over drama. It's a lot. And these things we laugh at, but at the same time, I never wake up in the morning wanting to choose violence. I never wake up in the morning saying, I hate this person. I hate this person. I just don't. And so a lot of the stuff that I do, it comes from me just receiving things and then throwing it back out. But at the same time, I don't have to do that either. Like, why do that? So take it away. Moving forward, I'm just going to keep on trying with my channel, and I will fight till the last very breath that I have. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah, sometimes they have them at the end of the videos, or if you're like looking at the video itself on the app or on your computer, and you'll see like this little box that says, how are you liking this? That's something that is important. So I got spammed on those before, and I found out recently because I had to email some people with YouTube creators and ask, what's going on? And they were like, oh, let me show you. I said, oh, thank you. Now I know how to take my channel. So yeah, if you see some of those, please and thank you. If you want to drop a tip in my jar, it'd be super appreciated. Not necessary for your participation on the show today. Also, for those with attention spans of a gnat, recognize that in the comment section, there is going to be timestamps. We have a wonderful moderator by the name of Emroika out there in France. Bonjour, my love, who is going to be doing that. And they're so generous and nice to do that for us. So if you're like, this dude just talks, get to the comment section, baby. Click on where you want to go. Trust me, we're going to have a good time today. All right. But if you want to drop a tip in my jar, paypal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $MattyRants, and Venmo, Matty-Rants. I'm going to be going to LA. This trip I needed to take because I wanted to support my friends who have a new show. I don't know if y'all saw the trailer for it yet, but World of Wonder has a new show called Sissy That Psych. All Black cast of they and thems, he and hims, she and hers, having conversations about Drag Race from a mental health perspective. I've known these people for some time, ever since before even LA. And when I moved to LA, I got to know them. Auntie Jackie Productions, Dr. Brinkley, and David, some good people in my life. So I'm going to go celebrate their win with World of Wonder and their show on Monday. And I'll be in LA for just the day to celebrate and go to the party, in the premiere party, and be in the World of Wonder studios and all that. So I'm very excited for them, and I will most certainly be talking about the show and my experience at that premiere party this upcoming week. So be prepared for that video. And again, shout out to all of them. I'm so excited for you. One day, World of Wonder will see me or another network and understand that there is talent in this body. And it's a lot of it, but we got to get over some things, and they got to get over some things so they can see the greatness over here. So we're going to keep on fighting, because not everybody's journey happens in their 20s. Sometimes it's a little bit later in life. So we'll get there, right? Okay, so now that I'm done talking, now that I'm done saying all of these things, I know someone just wrote an angry message. Whatever. Good luck to you. Let's go ahead and get into this episode of Snatch Game. We can kind of run through this until we get to where we need to get to be honest with you, because it was actually a very straightforward episode, to be honest with you. Very straightforward episode. Oh, and for those of you asking, I did set up some playlists for a couple of the reviews that I have done, and I haven't done it in a while. I was like, let me get this taken care of for these people. But yes, let's talk about this episode. Now, see, unfortunately, we lost somebody who was well loved from the show, and that was to the detriment of a few people on this show who had to hear a lot of hateful things being said to them after Banksy's was eliminated, which I don't get why people do that kind of stuff, right? But Banksy left a wonderful note about being the rat queen. They're going to miss Banksy, but she was competition. There's a couple little snarky comments here and there, but nothing meant to be nasty. So please don't take it that way. A lot of people do. I'm embarrassed for the conversations on X. Stan accounts my ass. As we're going over everything, Ginger is surprised that she won, because they didn't really take her outfit for being the most incredibly beautiful, but it being strange but interesting, and thought it was going to go to Michael or Vicky. Now, Vicky, vivacious. I knew this episode edit was your demise. When I tell you it was from here, I said, oh, she's in trouble. She's in trouble. And I knew she was going to be in trouble because of the fact that in everyone's face, oh, no, it's not that big of, no, I'm really happy for you. I'm this, that, and the other. Confessional, I am extremely gutted that I didn't win. Should have been me. And I said, you know what, Vicky, you don't want to cause too much tension. You saw what happened when you opened your mouth and said, for Banksy's, right? But with Vicky, I said, she was really competitive. She wants this win absolutely bad. Wants it bad. But like a lot of the season has been should have been me, should have been me, should have been me, should have been me. And I thought to myself, oh no, she's going home this week. From here, I said, no, she's going home. It's going to be between her, Dee Dee, and I hate to say it, Cara, is where my mind was going with my possible thinking of this episode. The comedy girls, such as Ginger and Kate, are doing great. Ginger with more wins, of course, but Kate has this lovable factor where you want to hear more from them. You want them to keep on talking. You want them to be silly and funny. And so they're very watchable. Michael somehow is being slept on. I didn't think that was going to happen to Michael Maruli this season, but it kind of feels like Michael is being slept on a little bit. Michael is a bad bitch. But I'm like, okay, you could have low-key got a win here. You could have had one there. Michael is an underdog, but not an underdog at the same time, if that makes any sense. They have a group win so far, but there should be a solo in that book. Tomorrow is also very interesting. I'm not losing sleep over Tamara like some of these people are. I think it's kind of ridiculous. But at the same time, I can understand the appeal of Tamara because she is that girl. And I can see that confidence has built in her, especially when we get some backstory today about her. Cara, I love. I will defend Cara now. I'm going to. Some people have been very nasty against Cara Mel and taking her sense of humor into a different level that doesn't need to be. I guarantee if the tone was changed from The View, we wouldn't be having this conversation. You'd be saying she's sickening. But I think for me, Cara's in that position where it's like either yes or no on those days. Either it's going to be a good runway or a bad challenge or a good challenge. Maybe the runway's not there. I don't know. I will say sometimes to my girl Carmel, and this is not me reading you, sister, I be seeing this kitchen from the back every goddamn time. And I was kind today with the runway wig because there's a part when you're biting the heart and all of this. And I'm over here like, that ain't white. And it's nothing against her, but it's just, there are moments when you give polish, but then we turn, remove, and it's like, oh, now what's happening? And I don't know if that's something that you intentionally were doing or if it was like while we were moving, while we were doing things, this sort of came undone. Either way, there is a couple of moments where I'm like, you are that girl. I live for her. I love her energy. I love it. But I be turning my head going, now, wait a minute. Now, hold on here. Now, what's this? So I just want to get that out the way. Also, Dee Dee, licious. You without a breastplate is a bop. I thought Dee Dee looked gorgeous today on the runway. I didn't care for the outfit, but as far as not seeing her look like an uncircumcised penis in Beau's Afraid, living in the attic, representing someone's father, yeah, you look good, bitch. What, you actually look younger too. You may not need that breastplate as much as you think you do. I'm being dead serious, looking like testicles. I'm happy that she didn't have the breastplate on today. I just want to get this out the way real quick before we start this up. Because, bitch, when I tell you, ooh, it's on my mind. Like, there were good decisions made. And there were bad decisions, too. Now, listen, everybody at the table has a badge except for Dee Dee and Kate. Okay? That kind of sucks a bit, especially with it's the episode 6 of this competition. And you don't have a badge. We're not even at the midway point. We're damn near to the finale. A couple of episodes. Yes, it's time to work. You got to pull it from the back now. And I don't know if that's going to happen for either of them. And I'm a little bit nervous for both Kate and Dee Dee. Now, RuPaul steps into the room, giving us a little fuchsia pink tease. And she tells these babies, basically in so many words, that they're going to be playing Snatch Game. This is about improv. You need to make me laugh. You need to not take this too seriously. You have a character. You embody them, but you take it to another level. Sometimes people really don't understand that because they think too deeply into what they're trying to be. Or they're like, ooh, I don't want to be disrespectful to them, so I'm only going to do this, that, and the other. And also, something that was said today, God bless you, Kate Butch. Snatch Game isn't about you knowing quotable lines from the person who you are impersonating. And I want that to be put on the wall in that, listen, RuPaul, wow, presents, everybody, hear me out. You need to put that as part of like rules. There should be like a rule board. in the workroom. Like for specific challenges, if you know this is about to happen, get this together. But listen, RuPaul said, you know what's up. And so I'm going to avoid this entire moment of us, I guess, walking around the room and talking to people about what they're going to do and what they're going to be and all that kind of jazz, and just get into it right now. Let's just go ahead and move this forward. Wow, Matty, an hour episode? Maybe. Maybe. Cara, how are you going to get in front of RuPaul and only have one song from Dionne Warwick? How? 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 I love you, sister. I was mad at you. I said, how you not have one? You don't have more than one song? Were you nervous? That had to be it. You was nervous. No, I would like to believe it, but I said, one song? Trav, that when I was, but I didn't even need Doja Cat to know "Walk On By" is one of the ones. Like "Walk On By." That is such a beautiful song. Before we even got to like Doja remixing it and like using it as like a sample, it's a beautiful song. Beautiful song. I just was over here like, huh? You gonna be who? Like, do you know Dionne Warwick from The Apprentice, or do you know Dionne Warwick like her whole embodied career and this, that, and the other? Also, I wanted to ask Carmel, hey sister, do you know Dionne Warwick from Gots to Be Real? Dionne Warwick. I think Fat Camp, I agree. I think this is true. She does get very nervous around room. She does get very nervous around room. Cara could have done the Dionne psychic hotline for people. Thank you, Patricia. There were so many moments. I was like, you had options. You had options. You see, I don't know if y'all ready for my Dionne word. I don't know if y'all ready for my Dionne word. Because, if I had did Dionne room, because, it's girls in the industry, I don't have tax problems. I pay my bills. What are you talking about? But like, I'm mad she didn't have a cigarette in her hand. I'm mad she didn't have a cigarette in her hand. I'm mad she wasn't in a sweatsuit. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Like, she's supposed to have a cigarette, and it's okay. All right. I don't know these people. I just go home. like I needed her to have a couple more references to really, but I still was happy with her Dionne. It wasn't the worst thing on the planet. We have seen horrible. She did good. She was okay. But I thought to myself, if Cara really knew some Dionne, she would have peed, because RuPaul loves Dionne Warwick. And that's why all my Snatch Game characters that I've picked are people that I know RuPaul knows. Every person I have picked, RuPaul has an idea about, has seen them in action, has met them in person. Every person. And I don't want to be nervous in front of that, because I want Ru to be like, oh, she's talking about a friend of mine. Oh, Maddie's doing this, or Pizza's doing that. Oh, like that. Like, also, thank you, Gildat. Bitch, I was like, what? How you bringing LaToya here? That's RuPaul's friend. On top of, yes, they were on The Apprentice together, but are you telling me you only know her from The Apprentice? Okay, let me stop. Dee Licious, you should have done Julia Fox. Dee Licious, you should have done Julia Fox. When you heard Ru say she knew who the other person was, you're like, oh, that's it. And I'm like, Because when they talked about the show that she was on, it's like some sort of like, I'm a celebrity, get me out. And I've seen clips of that before. Again, if your only reference is one show, you are limited to very little. You're limited to very little. And that is the danger of Snatch Game. This is how it always gets the girls. You have got to go outside the zone. I have 3 characters ready to go. If they were to call me, because they're casting, if they were to call me for 17, Matty, let's go. What's your Snatch Game? Maya Rudolph, Tracy Ellis Ross. Why am I shaking? Maya Rudolph, Tracy Ellis Ross, Jasmine Guy, literally, but Jasmine Guy as my girl from Different World. Like just how you saw Robin Williams as Mrs. Doubtfire, it'd be me doing Jasmine Guy, but as Whitley. And then if I did Maya Rudolph, it would be simply very easy to work with here because Maya is a sweetheart, right? But also Maya is a character comedian. She does different characters. So I'd be switching the fuck up out of voices and do that because you know how she sings and all that kind of jazz. And then Tracy Ellis Ross is too fucking easy because you just got to be excited and say Diana Ross. My mom's Diana Ross. Yes, 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 yes. I'm so happy here to be Ru. Oh my God, Ru. Oh my gosh. I mean, like, look at me. Have you had pattern? I mean, you know, but maybe for your wigs. I don't know. There's many moments of people you got to pull out, but you got to go into more than just, okay, I'm doing Tracy Ellis Ross's Beau from Blackish. No, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. I'm doing Maya Rudolph as her Beyonce from SNL. She's way too faceted for that. She's done too many things. She's the daughter of Minnie Riperton, for fuck's sake. Like, know your characters. Michael knew their character very well. So you chose someone who does characters. That was a smart thing to do. Robin Williams was a smart move to make. It could have been bad, but again, he's done so much. Mind you, this is actually true. Tamara could have just dressed her. She could have put blue paint on. Tamara could have just put blue paint on Benjini. It probably would have been the same thing. Because RuPaul literally asked her to do a Southern accent, and it was bad. It was good, but it was bad. It was very. So you're from like Georgia, but like Savannah, Georgia, and like you own a plantation, kind of like the way she was talking. I was like, girl, this is Gone with the Wind, racist. But I thought it was funny because I said, okay, here you go. When RuPaul laughed, I like that. Do that. Tamara said, and click, boom. I will make myself look like a fool. And that's what we're going to do today. And that's kind of what Snatch Game asked for. Make yourself look like a fool, but actually have it like constructed to your foolishness. Don't just be willy-nilly all over the place, right? Okay. I just want to get to the characters today. Y'all gonna forgive me if I'm passing through some things here. I've been told I talk too much, so let's keep this as a light review today. In terms of what's going on, I want to get to just the contestants on the show right now. That's what I want to do. Ginger, you did really good, but I got nervous. Let me tell you something about Dame Barbara. Was his car hand? This lady was an author, and she wrote, you know, sex novels and stuff, and she was known for being kind of spicy. Right? And so to me, Ginger, at first I was like, I don't know, man. Because when she was talking, it seemed like she wasn't giving anything. And then as she kept speaking, those jokes flowed so beautifully. I found every joke to be very funny. It's Cartland. Why does it look like an H? Oh, it's a T. And Bika, do you see what I'm looking at right? Aaron, do you see? Hold on, look at this. I'm sorry. I almost said Cartmand, but I was like, that doesn't make any sense. And I just watched South Park recently, so. I'm sorry, Ginger. My bad. Oh, please forgive me. That H. It just looks like an H so bad. Like the T don't even want to be a T. It's like, I'm only going to do one side of this. No, but Cartland. There we go. Dame Barbara Cartland. I thought it was pretty good. Jokes landed. Everything was clean. Personally, I thought it was a well-executed, performance for me. Like, I wasn't cracking up, but I was laughing at everything. So I was like, okay, she has not missed one opportunity to impress the judges, and RuPaul loves that. So I was very here for her interpretation of Barbara Cartland. Keith, thank you for the super chat. Shut up, Matthew. It's not a super chat. Brain, come back. Keith, thank you for the comment. Barbara C carried a lot of baggage. I wish Ginger had played with that more. Yeah, it felt like maybe she probably didn't have enough room to put more luggage with her luggage. Maybe that's the reason why, Keith. said super chat. Wishful thinking. Thank you so much for the comment. I'm embarrassed. Shawnee, I see you're a new Patreon member. Thank you so much for being a part of my Patreon crew. Enjoy those reactions. 123 of you here. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. It's your boy, Matty Rants, and we're talking about RuPaul's Drag Race UK, Season 5, Episode 6, Snatch Game. Drop a tip in my jar with paypal.me/MattyRants. Catch up $, MattyRants. Venmo MattyRants is super needed, and it definitely will be helpful for everything to come. But if not, then not necessary for your participation. That thumbs up button in the comment section is, though. Algorithm me, please. And I thank you. All right, we're going to move past Ginger. Okay, so here's the thing. I can see Dionne Warwick many moons ago, Dionne, but I can see Dionne Warwick here. I can see it. A couple of good jokes, very small. She was playing it under just a tad bit, in my opinion. One of her jokes wasn't good. I think it was the second one. It just wasn't giving. And at one point in time, it's like RuPaul threw her one. And the thing is that it almost would have flopped if that actually Dionne would have responded that way, though. Like, did you know that they say Dione in Italy? Dionne would have literally gone, no, I didn't know. like that's actually something Dionne would have done. Like, I kid you not. She looks like Nene Leakes. That does not look anything like Nene Leakes. Nene Leakes is much more swollen, Shell. You can think of other Black women with blonde hair that she looks like. Come on now. But listen, to me, she was okay. It was giving, I'm going to have a safe performance. I was waiting to see what her runway was going to be, because if her runway was bad, I was like, oh, she's in the bottom for sure. But to me, she did nuances, small little stuff, certain little things that were very Dionne. Was it the best Dionne? Absolutely not. Could it have been a much better one? Oh yeah. But it wasn't a full flop, so I was kind of happy. I was like, okay, thank God, because like I just said, oh, my baby girl about to be gone. It's about to be an interesting season after that. But she played a safe performance, if anything. Yeah, definitely did what needed to be. I'm with that, Sean. She did what needed to be done. Because, she was very nervous already going into this. And, we had two other people who bombed much harder. Now, here's the thing about Kate Butch as Kate Bush. This was funny. A little chaotic. So here's the thing about this for me. Kate, sometimes I wanted you to wrap the joke up and you were still going. That was my issue. I was like, she's still going. And it was like, Kate's fucking funny. But I felt like Kate was trying to drive a little too hard. Like her foot was on the gas a little too heavy. She had a joke that landed and she could have just stopped. Like, that's it. I don't gotta say no more. But then it would keep going and going and going. There was one time, though, I thought was really funny when she was like, I know you were out there with me. Yeah. Like, it was like all of that, right? It was like, okay. Like, she had a couple of moments, but it sometimes just kept going further and further. And I was like, stop driving, pull over. When someone's like, I'm getting sleepy, but I want to make it to my next destination. No, pull over. You're tired. We will just find a rest stop. That's what was happening, Kate. And I wanted her to do well. I really, Kate, hear me. I'm not hating. I wanted you to get a badge today. I did. Yeah, Aaron, that was a funny joke. Like, I don't even know Carol like that, but I could tell in that moment it was like, some of them jokes just kept. I'm like, okay, stop it. Stop. I agree with this water dispenser. It was a great start. Great, fantastic start. Just, it did one of these. Wee! And then it just sort of stayed in the middle a little bit. I love that I see some of my British Rant Pack members having this, like, I'm also from here, but yes, out here, Matthew, it was kind of spot, but at the same time, I love it. We do need those, we need that help, especially with us Americans and other people that are watching the show to catch certain references that only you would get. Because again, it's RuPaul's Drag Race UK, not RuPaul's Drag Race USA, right? I still think that it was much better. Um, yeah, it was good. I just, I wish that Kate stopped for some of her jokes and just let them breathe a little bit. That's all. Yeah, okay. Because Craig, I noticed that because they were crying, Carol and Alexandra Birch crying laughing. RuPaul over there like this, but they were crying laughing. And I thought to myself, is this a sign that we needed somebody else to host Snatch Game to catch the references? But I don't know. I don't want to keep on going with that. But I did notice that, Craig. Thank you for pointing that out. I noticed they were laughing hard, but Ru was kind of like, oh, okay. I agree with you, Keanu Reeves. I was expecting her to knock out the park too. Now, Tamara Thomas as Robin Williams. Okay, this was madness. Madness. I hated when she went because RuPaul said Southern and she gave like a bent wristed Southern cis out there at some sort of club trying to do too much when she was like, girl, that. I was like, what is happening? That was my least favorite part. The Ru laughed hard. I hated it, but I loved everything else. I thought Tamara was funny as Robin Williams as Mrs. Doubtfire because that's literally what it was. That wasn't Robin. That was Robin Williams as Mrs. Doubtfire, but I fucking loved it. I love the hello view and the I said she's doing an American playing a British woman who was the nanny so she could get closer to his kids because his wife divorced him. If you remember the movie, for those of you who haven't seen Mrs. Doubtfire, it is a classic. It's a classic comedy. Classic. One of Robin Williams' best movies. May he rest in peace. I'm a big Robin Williams fan. I was a big fan of a lot of his work. When that man left this earth, I was very sad. I respect him as an actor when he even went into like the serious roles and all of that. Where Dreams May Come, people don't give that movie enough space, okay? They do not. Also, who's seen Jack? That movie breaks my heart. I get so emotional over Jack. That movie makes me so sad. Like I get so emotional. It's such a good movie. I remember being a kid, and that was like my first oh, Robin, he just had a lot of good stuff. Miss him. He's good guy. Hey, hold on. We got Emily. Thank you so much for the tip you on Venmo. Let me open this up so I can read this, babe. Thank you, Emily. Unrelated to today's review, but I can't wait to watch you play more Baldur's Gate. Your last session gave me life. Watered my crops, cleared my skin. The whole lot. It was very entertaining. Heart. Thank you so much, Emily. I had the best time playing Baldur's Gate 3 with y'all yesterday. 5.5 hours of gameplay, and we're still in Act 1. So yeah, tune in. I thought I was going to do something this Sunday, and I still think I am going to do a Baldur's Gate stream this Sunday since there's no panel and there's no video really planned, and I kind of want to do something before my trip. So yeah, this Sunday we're going to have episode 3 of Baldur's Gate 3. So excitement. Yeah, we had a good time yesterday, and y'all helped me with my decision. So if you do want to tune into my Baldur's Gate 3 streams, do that because I let you help me with the decision making, and it's kind of fun. It's actually a lot of fun. Maggie. Hold on, let me come back to you, Aaron. Maggie, let's not forget Flubber. I actually hated that movie as a kid. I love you, Maggie. I hated that movie as a kid. I was so bored. I'm not even gonna lie. I hated that. I went and saw it Thanksgiving weekend at the Cinemark Tinseltown in the Woodlands. Hated that movie. But everyone loved it, so I get the appeal of it. I couldn't get into it. Aaron, thank you so much for the super chat. Big love to you, Maddie. I think that Kate is so British, which might have meant that RuPaul didn't catch them all. Tamara stole Kate's thunder. I kind of have to agree with this, Erin. That's fucking funny, but thank you so very much. I liked the Robin Williams version of what Tamara did. She was being silly. She just kind of went for it. She didn't take herself too seriously. It was a surprise. But at the same time, Tamara is naturally funny and she kind of like fit into that. The pie bit was hilarious. But I was sad she didn't do the hello. I was waiting to hear her do that. And she didn't do it. And I was like, it's okay. She didn't have to do it. She didn't have to. But I wanted that moment of the pie and the hello. I craved it tomorrow. I craved it. It's okay. I thought Eddie Murphy was in Glibber. I know you meant Flubber. It's okay. But Glibber is an interesting name for a movie. Watch that be a movie title later, Craig. Have them pay you. No, Eddie Murphy did something similar to that. I can't think of the name of it right now, but he did a similar kind of movie. Jumanji. We were really blessed because that new Jumanji movie with The Rock and Kevin Hart, I wasn't a big fan of. But Jumanji, that was a great movie. It was scary too a little bit as a child. Imagine playing a board game and you get sucked into the board game to be then hunted by the hunter. Yeah, I think Dr. Dolittle came out around the same time as Flubber. I think so. Or was it Nutty Professor? It may be Dr. Dolittle for Eddie Murphy. What came out closer to that? Probably. Craig, I'm jealous. I haven't had any today. I'm jelly belly. My guy is out. Oh, this is why I hate living in Texas. Where can I watch Jumanji? Is it on Paramount Plus or Disney Plus? Have you not seen Jumanji, Marisol? Sister, if you get an opportunity, please go watch the Robin Williams one. It's so good. Good story too. Now you're all making me remember. Because remember when he came back out of the game and it was like all the people he knew, and it was like, but you left us and you left me there. Oh, it's such a good movie. It's such a good movie. Hold on. Let me see if I could find where it's streaming. HBO Max? Is it on HBO Max? I think it's on HBO Max. Yeah. Someone go check. I know it's on Amazon Prime, not maybe on Prime, but you can rent it. But I think it's on HBO Max because when I pulled it up, it showed the icon. Someone check that out. Yeah. Have a good one with that. Yes, I have. Yeah, yes, you do. You want to watch it. It's a good movie. Dead Poet Society, great movie. Great movie. Good Will Hunting, another good movie. Like, there's a lot. Yeah. Robert Williams has. May he rest in peace. But good on you, Tamara. I thought you did a pretty good job. Now, we're going to shift away from the positive critiques right now. We're going to go to some people who, oh my God, Jackie, what are you doing to me? Y'all are bringing me. Irma. Good morning, Vietnam. Mm-hmm. Oh, Hook. That's one of my favorite movies as a kid. Like I even though Peter Pan is such a weird story to tell, but like that is one of my favorite movies as a kid. And I will literally, anytime I see it anywhere, I gotta watch it. It brings me back to my space. Crafty Dale, this is my favorite Robin Williams movie, The Birdcage. It's my favorite Robin Williams and Nathan Lane movie for both of them. My favorite movie ever. Favorite movie ever. It is highly recommended. I own this movie. I have it on my Amazon Prime and I have a DVD of it. If you have, and for the gays and for those of you who are allies, if you have not seen The Birdcage, especially you young queens, if you haven't seen, oh honey, it's time. It's time. It's time. Ooh, it's time. It's time. Please and thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's a must watch for the gay culture. It's a must watch, and watch it with a group of friends too. It's a good laugh. Also, the guy who does the voice for Moses Lack of who, and a couple of people from The Simpsons, Hank Azaria, as the waiter, or excuse me, as the housekeeper. I don't wear shoes. I don't have my balance right, bitch. When he was making the gazpacho. Yeah, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. What are these people on the plates doing here? Oh, they're from the feet. Yes, Robin Williams did have a cameo in Tu Wong Fu. He's the guy who was responsible for getting them Agador Spartacus. Come on, Irma. He was the guy responsible for getting them the car. He was trying to get them on a flight. And remember when they're like the bus, and then Noxima, I don't do the bus. When he was talking to, oh my God, now we're talking about Robin Williams. When he was talking to Chichi Rodriguez, he started speaking Spanish, bitch. She said, taking the train. Tell me, does it have a club card? Tell me, does it have a club card? Okay, I'm sorry. All right, let's focus here. Let's focus. My bad. I think you know what? I think that's the next movie podcast with me and Bleecker. We should do a Robin Williams night. I think so. Oh my God. Okay. Whew, y'all got me excited. Oh, Robin Williams. Oh, God bless that man. Okay, listen, Lady Colin Campbell. Okay, so is it crazy that like I always talk about her painting a little bit older because of how severe the pain is, but like when she came out like this, I kind of was like she only aged herself from her normal makeup by like 10 years. Like just 10, like not even like a hyperextension of that. I'm sorry, Delicious. I don't want to come for you often, but I just be like, well, did you know his name is my name too? John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt? Yes. Oh, Craig, thank you for the super chat, just supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting the channel, Craig. I appreciate you. And Honey, Miss Honey. Honey. I need December 1st to get here. Okay. Whew. This is what happens, and we just talked about this at the beginning of the episode about sticking to one note of a person. You only know one experience from them. You didn't do your research, or for Dee Dee, because she was nervous, because she didn't know what she was doing, as she admitted on camera. I didn't know what I was doing. I just was out there just trying. It became apparent that she's not naturally funny. 1, she's not good at improv. 2, and 3, she was thinking way too hard about what was going on. And so she stuck Lady Colin Campbell into a box. And apparently she's reality TV famous for y'all out there. And there's multiple references of Lady Colin Campbell that she could have done, but she stuck it to one show. Do you not collect bugs? Do you not collect bugs? I collect bugs. And then proceed like, what? What does that have to do with what? What? Huh? I feel bad for her. Because again, I feel Dee Dee in not a sense of I'm trying hard, but like wanting to show she's more than, I guess, what meets the eye when people see her. Maybe they go, oh, she's young, she don't know shit. Oh, you did this dress, but do you have experience doing that? I've noticed there are a couple of things that she does where it gives, I've seen others do this, I want to do it the same, and I want to put it in my own kind of way. But sometimes it does not convey the way she wants it to, and it ends up looking bad. And I hate that for her a little bit, because I see the talent. I see it there. But she thinks way too hard about it. And that might come from, the maturity level of her or life experience that she's had. It might. Nimai, let's pull this up. Okay, wait, who character is this? I think she has the capacity to be funny if she stops trying to be so perfect. And I think that has a lot to do with her, again, not having experience in life just yet. You may have been through some things. You ain't lived long enough yet. And sometimes time maketh the person. Your experience through life, you falling and failing so many times and getting back up, that will build you, baby. That will make you stronger, especially if you don't let that stuff consume you. I don't know. Like, She's very talented. This wasn't her week, and this wasn't her challenge whatsoever. Thank you for the super chat. Rue needs to let Graham or Alan do Snatch Game. Alan Carr, preferably. But Graham is also a really good host, and he does that as well. Either or. I absolutely agree with this. Only because of the references, like what Kate was doing, I feel like Alan or Graham would have clocked into that, and for Kate specifically, and maybe some other stuff too. But at the same time, Rue is Rue. It's her show, right? But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. But yeah, I wasn't feeling Miss Lady Colin Campbell. Oh, she was going home. She was going home. Vicky. Vicky, man, this track record is crazy. That track record is crazy, bitch. Like, I could not, like, win, safe, like, and then a high, and then a safe again, and then bottom two, but you're out. Like, I need y'all to understand, Vicky never lip synced in a bottom two situation until today. Also, so you didn't know the song. We'll get to that later. And you do not have any sort of dancing capabilities, because I don't know what you were doing up there outside of auditioning for Dragula. Because what is that? Anywho, let me get to this. Fanny Craddock she was a chef, but she was also known for being very, like, harsh and critical and almost an aggressive approach or whatever, right? I don't know. I didn't know this character, but I could tell you that it's almost like she had the idea of her being this critical kind of character, right? And it just didn't go further than that. There was no joy put into the character. And Aaron, you are correct. Ginger literally said, it's gonna be hard to do this because that lady's known for being nasty and mean. Very nasty and mean. Fanny never mentioned Johnny once. Very harsh on Johnny, her husband. Yeah. Keanu, she said in her interview, she knew she was going to lose the lip sync the minute it started. She gave up. Ew. Oh, why are you here? Why are you here? Dee Dee had been lip synced in the bottom two situation before. And it was just the previous week. You could have put some work in and still beat her based off of track record alone. Are you crazy? So you just so that lets me know you gave Dee Dee that win. That's not cute. Don't like that. Do not like that at all. Nothing vivacious about it. That's kind of sad. Thank you for telling me that. Really? It just was a shame. It's a shame because she seemed like someone who possibly could have been a front runner this season. There's a very clear point of view with their drag. Michael, they're going to have to give you something soon, baby. I thought them as Catherine Tate from that show where she does a bunch of different characters, and this is one of her characters right here. Like, and she did multiple characters from the show. Mind you, the Vivian also did Catherine Tate as well for her Snatch Game that one time. But like, I'm a little shocked that I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a little shocked. Tad bit. Because I know people were saying Tamara, but like, I actually thought they were going to give it a little bit to Michael, especially after the runway. Well, Aaron, but we didn't say anything about the Mrs. Doubtfire thing. So what about this then? You know what I mean? Like, not to say that you're wrong for thinking that, you know what I mean? But like that point, why aren't we applying that to Tamara taking Mrs. Doubtfire from Robin Williams versus doing Robin Williams? And I get it was from the show, right? But didn't Vivian do the same thing with one of her characters versus actually be Catherine Tate? I don't know. I thought it was funny. I didn't care for the okay, let me go back to this though. Actually, I take back what I said. Aaron, everybody, take back what I said. My brain's starting to clock in a little bit. That was killing me. That was killing me. Like that. Like the joke was funny, but then at one point it was like, but I still enjoyed myself. I thought it was funny. I thought the other character was funny than this character. But she was, and I was like, why is she like, okay, hold on, let me go look up this character. Did she do that the entire series? No, it was just okay. It was a lot. So Ryan, as a huge Catherine Tate fan, I was loving this and thought she would have won. I saw a lot of different opinions on this. It was to be real with you, I was on social media like doing my own research, but I was like, damn, everybody's torn on this one. You would love the Catherine Tate show, Matty. I'm a fan of the Carol Burnett show. So if it's anything like that, if it's anything like where it's different sketches and different characters, absolutely, I would probably freaking live and breathe for it. As long as Catherine's not doing blackface like that one guy in the UK who has that one show, and you know who I'm talking about. I can't think of his name, but I remember finding clips of him online, and I was like, what is this? I don't even know his name, but he puts on a fat suit sometimes, and he puts on like blackface, and then there was some other thing. David, is that who? Matt Lucas sounds more like who that is. Let me just look him up real quick. Because he was also in Bridesmaids. Yeah, Matt Lucas. He was in Bridesmaids. Yeah, Bridesmaids. Yeah. I wasn't a fan. I'm not a fan at all. I hate that shit. It really pissed me off when I saw the stuff I saw. Little Britain, there you go. Yeah, they have a lot of those episodes on YouTube, and I remember going through them, and some of them I found were funny, and I was like, oh, this is hilarious. This is hilarious. And then they would get to the other ones, and I was like, oh no. Yeah, Carmel was Dionne Warwick. Dionne Warwick is kind of dry, so she was pretty on point with that character. But yeah, I'm not a fan of those. But I'll look up Catherine Tate show. David and Matt, they dated this guy one time who. Yeah, let me put in the Catherine Tate show, see if I can find that somewhere just right now. Wait. Oh, she was in The Office. Wait, she was in The Office, right? Wait, hold on. That's Nelly. Oh my God, I fucking love her. Are you serious? Okay, I had no idea. The American in me just slapped the screen. I am so sorry, y'all. The red, white, and blue in me just slapped the screen. That's how I know her. I know her from The Office as Nelly. She was fucking hilarious on The Office. She's one of my favorite characters. One of the new characters I liked that came in towards the end of the later seasons. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna have to look this up. Yeah, she's funny. Okay, I believe y'all now. When she came into the old man, her character was so good. They had her working on a different project, comes back in, Andy's gone, literally takes over his job, just takes over his job. She goes, when I see a seat in the office, I'm trying to get her voice, but I'm all about taking things. And when you see something, you just take it. I loved her character. Snatch Game was pretty good. I laughed for the most part. It was a lot more enjoyable than a couple of other Snatch Games we've had to, witness and deal with. Ask Drag Race Down Under. So I had a good time with it. It was pretty decent. There were two people clearly that weren't going to be safe, and that was Vicky and Dee Licious, and it was very evident. Very, very evident. It was really no other way to look at that. I was like, well, Cara is safe and everybody else is going to be safe. These two, however, not one joke, not a single joke land. So I knew. I knew. If they weren't bad, they were just good enough. And it was very that I said, oh, it's going to be a 5 people situation. 2 will be safe. I clocked in. This was really cute of Tamara to share with a lot of us. It's not just the girls that she's in the workroom with, but it's also for storyline purposes and us as viewers to understand more about Tamara and Tamara being in drag for a talent show, or I think it was a dancing competition. I'm not quite sure, but it was like the start and the beginning of that confidence. I mean, she was already confident and then some, but it was having a supportive family that didn't judge them for doing this, right? And being celebrated. A lot of people in our community don't get these moments. And Tamara is a product of a blessing to have a family that is supportive of you in your dreams, no matter what it is, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm kind of happy that Tamara shared this because it is something we need to see. We need to have these beautiful moments to know that there is a hope and a life that isn't always full of somebody calling you a slur, someone always telling you that you're going to go to hell, and someone trying to hurt you because they're ignorant to what is in front of them, right? Ginger read her for filth in this moment. If you have seen my reaction, I cackled hard at this part. Baby, when Ginger said it's nice to see her original face, nice to see what she originally looked like, I said, too much. Ginger is funny. Ginger is funny. These faces when they saw her. Like, who is that? But like, you could still see, you could tell it's Tamara. You could still see her, no matter how much work has been done. You can tell that's Tamara. I wouldn't be like, who is that? I'd be like, oh, that's Tamara. Then the conversations about when they first started drag and how was their experience for them, this, that, and the other. Different people had different takes because of different generations. Like in my age group, I'm born in the 80s. There were not really that many families that were, I guess, out in the open with being supportive of their LGBTQI plus children. I grew up in a time, like, you have to think about this, like when the AIDS crisis happened. I hate to even say that, but that's what they were, again, referring to it as. I was born in the 80s, you know what I mean? So like my parents and the way they thought before, again, having been educated by ya boy and by others around them, which I can say now my dad is a completely different person than he was 2 years ago. But, that's all they were thinking about. That's what their minds were at. So it turned into fear, which turned into hate, which turned into so many different things. And a lot of that was carried on and passed into people who they were with and who they were, around, family members, this, that, and the other, all of that. You know what I'm saying? And so I used to have to hear a lot of really disgusting conversations as a kid. I used to have to hear some of the worst things you could ever imagine as a child when they would talk about homosexuals and like trans women and this, that, and the other. Woo, girl. And I'm just sitting in the house listening to them talk about the most vile way of things and how my dad used to tell me things like, if I ever find out that one of y'all is this, you are going to be disowned. I'm going to get you. And I'm not going to say some of the other stuff that he said, but the homophobia was really deep in my household, especially as a uber Christian 7-day Adventist home. Like I was scared every day of my life. Many times I wanted to run away. Oh, y'all don't even know. I packed my suitcase so many times. I was ready to go. I was like, I'm just going to be on the streets because ain't no way I'm going to wake up and just be taken off this earth from that. And there were moments in my life where I was physically threatened by not just people at school, but by family members over my sexuality and me having to consistently deny it. Because my mom told me when I was younger, don't tell anyone you're gay. You got to just get out the house. Once you're 18 and you go to college, be who you want to be. But right now, your dad is your dad, your uncles are your uncles, and this family is the family that it is. And I want to see you live. So like, hide that, Matt. And so my entire youth was lying about my sexuality and defending myself and having to do all that. And I see some of y'all now, you this different generation. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy that y'all are able to just be more open about this. I didn't get that. I had to teach my father over years, and it took a long, like I'm in my 30s. It took like over a decade to get that man to finally let shit go. And I know some of y'all may be dealing with the same thing, and some parents don't even want to do that. But I'm thankful my pop actually gave a fuck and said, you know what, Matt, I love you more than anything I could ever think of. And I educated him in the process. This man knows a lot of shit. A lot of shit. This is a guy that walks up to me and goes, hey, Matt, I saw this prep commercial the other day. Can you tell me what that is? What's prep? This is my father. Is it? It's not just a gay thing, is it? It's not, Dad. It's really not. It's actually really not. He's like, oh, really? Like, the weirdest conversations I have with that man now. And I have a sibling who is also he's bisexual. And I had to go through all that hard stuff for him to not have to go through it. And my brother recognized that recently when we were talking. He's like, I realized that you took a lot of that grunt from me. I said, oh yeah, I had to teach your dad how to love you. Isn't that crazy? But it's what happens. Sometimes people want to grow and sometimes they don't, but you never should hold those attachments that they should love me. They should love yourself first, babies. Beyond that, don't let nobody control how you feel, bitch, at all. But yeah, this new generation, I'm glad. I'm happy for y'all. These, like Kate talking about my parents, oh, they were supportive of me and this and that. I'm like, damn. This, I wish that was the initial baby. I'd probably be in drag way ahead of time because I wanted to do drag for a long time. But yeah, one of my vices, one of the things I had, and my dad, okay, so I got to tell y'all this is new tea, but my father does know about piece of cake. He knows. Many moons ago, my dad told me he would take me out of this earth if I ever were to do drag. And now he's seen my video and he's like, you should have heard my father. What? This is him. What? That was a great day. What? Yeah. Because remember, my pop was in the hospital and we were just talking and I wanted to be like open about a lot of stuff. And I've been very much lately. So, and the fact that my sister was there and she knows, and it was like, yeah, Matt did this. And he's like, wow, you're really good. This is crazy. What? And I just, that was, I think, the last step I needed before I can like fully complete my journey of Pisa. I think that was the last thing I needed him to, I just need him to see it and not be like, oh no, but him be like, wow, okay. But he did ask, do you want to be a woman, Maddie? And I said, well, what if I did? That was my answer. But I said, no, I don't want to be a woman, Dad. He's like, okay. He's like, I understand when people want to do that. I don't get it, but I get the feeling of hearing that is great. So like some of these moments you'll get in life, y'all, you can hold out for it. But if they don't, still love yourselves first and keep pushing through. I'm just a person from a later time frame with a parents born in the 40s where, that shit ain't cute. So keep pushing, keep fighting, y'all. Keep fighting, keep living your lives. Keep on doing it and live them unapologetically, please. We got in Sakara too, talking about their journey and, when they got first in drag and they were asked in this school production. It's just a sweet moment of sharing these kind of things. So let's get to the runway. I like this color on Rue and this hair color. I like this entire look. It's not too much. It's simple, but effective and polished. I liked it. I thought she looked beautiful tonight. I said, oh, it's a dress and it's hitting the ground. It's not a skirt. It's not a shirt dress. It's a dress. It's hitting the ground, scraping that beach. I loved it. I was like, okay, bitch, you look good today. Look, the earrings were popping. The nails were on. I said, oh, she was dressed for work today. This is a very nice, clean look. I was like, go ahead, RuPaul. I love it. Yes. 143 of you in this piece today. Before we talk about Not Madonna, do me a favor, hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become a part of this Rampack family. I appreciate y'all so much for listening to this live video today. This will be put into a playlist. So for those of you who are like, I haven't seen your other UK videos, check out the playlist on my channel. I'm starting to get them back in order again. So no worries here. And drop a tip in my jar if you feel like it. PayPal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $MattyRants, Venmo MattyRants, Michelle Visage. It's like Madonna's sixth face. Like, go ahead, sister. I think Michelle looks. I don't, with her without the brow, or you see the brow is like very like, this is me the whole time. I was looking like, I think it may be the forehead's a little upstairs, but I still think she's beautiful. I just, like, this is me. I kept doing this. You know how you're looking up, like you're focused on someone's face, but you don't want to be like, you don't want to be like, I don't want to look, and you don't want to like look and make it obvious. So you slowly tilt your head a little bit like, uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, they're just talking. And then you finally get up there and you take one little peek and you look right back down. You just make sure they didn't catch you. Have y'all ever done that? You seen someone in person and you need to picture it. So you like take almost like a mental picture, like click, click. That'd have been me if I was talking to Michelle. Like, yeah. Ooh. And if you were tall, you wouldn't have to do anything but just continue doing what you're doing by just looking down. Alan Carr is a national treasure out there in the UK. I'm not even live out there. Y'all have one of the best judges. I want Alan to come to the US and do at least a guest spot. Like, doesn't have to be there the whole season. But can he come over, please? Like, he's so funny. He's so funny. And it's natural. I always laugh at Alan. Like, such just good energy. I just love the way he talks and all of that. It's just, I love it. Alan's just a hoot. He's a hoot. He's a hoot. Love him in that one space in his mouth. I love it. Alexandra Burke is talented as hell, beautiful as all ever. I like her so much too. When RuPaul's like, I have your playlist in my she's like, I have it in my dressing room. I was like, bitch, work. I love me some Alexandra Burke. She's amazing. Watch his stand-up. Is it on YouTube? You know what? I've always find the Graham Norton show when I do my like I'm looking for comedy, because I'm one of those guys at 2 a.m. in the morning and I'm looking up stand-up specials. I've seen Graham Norton show a lot in clips from him. I don't get to see much of Alan Carr, so I'm going to take a look for it with him because he's fucking funny. I love him. He's a good guy. Good guy. Alexandra, you're amazing. I'm glad you're on the show. Great energy. You're amazing in Snatch Game too. Love you all. All right. Category is Heart On. Up first, Tamara Thomas. This was a vibe. It was cute. Like, I loved this. I loved it. Okay. I wasn't blown away. I've seen this in many different forms and variations and all that kind of stuff. But when it's polished, it's good. And when it's good, it's great. And this was good. It was good. I was like, I like this. I like this. It's giving. The hair. Oh, that hair was my favorite. Whoa. Whoa, that hair was my favorite. She pulls out the nurse's outfit. Boom. It's a corset that's beautifully, beautifully stoned. And the heart that's attached to it while she's carrying around. That wig. Oh, that wig. Ooh. I mean, this is literally normally her. Like, there is nothing there. A little bit of a nip is going to show, it's Tamara, but I thought it was beautiful. I liked it. It was a polished, simple look. It wasn't too intricate here. The reveal was done. Now, Tamara, you need to talk to Kate Butch. I mean, well, never mind. Kate got ugly clothes underneath her reveals, but like Tamara's reveals are, oh, she's so good. Oh, she's so good. She's so good. Craig, I agree. I wish she did have the latex gloves to go with it. I kind of do. I think that would have been popping. But yeah, she's very good at presentation on the runway. The wig is a serve. The nails are great. The mug is giving. The corset is perfectly embellished. I love it. So yeah, it's a good look. Good for her. Yeah, I'm starting to get the impression that it's almost intentional because they never fit or they're meant for actual titty. You know what I'm saying? Like a boob, a left breast and a right titty. It feels like that's what it's meant for, but at the same time, that just may be kind of how she like works her aesthetic with that androgyny mixture. But starting to read that a little bit. Vicky Vivacious, this is a great outfit. This is great. Honey, it's polished. The lining alone and everything with this coat, it's fucking wonderful. she was given this mean mug the whole way, but that's the Red Queen for you, Queen of Hearts. Like, this was great. Great. I mean, at least she went home looking good, but this was, bitch. I was like, oh my goodness, this is, fabulous. Fabulous. Makeup is everything. Fabulous. Loved it. Loved it. Everything about it. I have nothing else. Like, I promise you, we're going to go through this runway pretty quickly. This was just great. I was like, oh, that's me. Oh. And had no corset. None. Natural shape. Wait, do you got a waist trainer though underneath that, girl? I had a waist trainer for my first performance too, but Actually, what's really crazy, y'all, when I was Pisa for my first performance, I was 206 pounds. I'm now at 193. So can you imagine when I get back into my drag? My goal weight is 185. So please, I'll be a contender for this waistline with Miss Vicky. I'm very much in the ballpark for that right now because I put on a tight shirt today and I was like, oh, it's not pudging anymore. I'm good there. Padding's good. This is great. It's good. It's good. Oh no, she's definitely padded. That's not a natural body, but the waistline is still wasting. So it's good. It's good. I want her runways to be so good. I love Kate so much. I just want her runways to be so much better than what we get. And I appreciate her for doing a John Paul Gaultier like reference. And this totally gives me heart on, like, a sailor at sea and they come into shore and they meet their lover or whatever. It feels like a mixture of the two. I totally see that. I see it, Kate. I know the vision. I know it. I know it. I'm 5'10". Yeah, well, the doctor says 5'9", but like, I don't know. It feels like I'm 5'10". Every time I go get my height checked, they're like 5'9.5". I'm like, are you sure? I always read as 5'10". So yeah, I would say 5'10" because I've dated people who were 5'9" and they were shorter than me. 5'10". But yeah, Kate, oh my God, just it was cute to start. Did anybody else start singing that song by Christina Aguilera? Singing how to talk about the candy man. I never have a preference in height with dating. I like to think that I do, but I've fallen in love with a guy who was like 5'6" before, so that's not true, right? But like preferred, I want to look up. But at the same time, love is anywhere and everywhere. It's all shapes and sizes. You never know. Shape, sizes, and colors too. Let me be very clear with that. I didn't know what I was like, John Paul Gaultier meets Mickey Mouse. What's happening? Like, ahoy! Like, hello, folks. Like, is that a t-shirt? Like, that was me. I was like, what is happening? Put it back on. Like, okay, the tattoo sleeves was cute. I get it. Like, we got that. It's the makeup is better for sure. Like, it's little stuff here, but that, honey, it's giving that one commercial where they say you don't wash your clothes with the right detergent, and that's why it looks all fucked up in the collar on your first date. So you need a better like. I just want better. Better for her and all that. Okay. I wish she wasn't berated for doing things clearly on a budget. Okay, but the problem is, Aaron, if people are still doing things on a budget and serving, then what is the excuse? Because there are people on a budget that eat. This is not chewing. Like, it may be on a budget, but there is taste. You know what I'm saying? And it's that, because I fucking live for her. Live. But this is a t-shirt. It's a t-shirt with some shorts that got cutouts in the back. That's the problem. Organza is a great example of someone without a budget that be eaten. But it's taste level, and that's the problem. And I love her down, but there you go. Yeah, they don't have to. They really don't. Because Raja, here we go, $600 on All-Star 6. Made all of her clothes, all of them. I know that for a fact. That's my sister. Like, come on now. Like, I get it. Like, I see your points. And yes, it is. I do agree to the point that they do hyper focus sometimes on people who you can tell are doing things themselves. I absolutely agree with this, especially when they find out. Because mind you, Ginger Johnson makes all her own clothes. Is she not on the same budget, or she got a bigger one? So here's my thing. And I'm going to give y'all some tea. I don't think they got a budget to buy clothes or do anything, but some of these all-star seasons that you were watching, that you may have witnessed recently, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, they're getting coined to buy clothes. Allegedly. Let me do this real quick so I don't get in trouble. Allegedly. So there are instances where, yes, when we do see them again, you're like, wow, that looks great, because they got a budget, because they were given little coin tots. Maybe that's going to happen again for this next All-Stars. I don't know. I'm not going to confirm that. But like, eventually it is going to happen, because they want the show to do well and they want the girls to look good. But I also agree with the sense of, hey, if some queen comes in here and is a little bit more crafty than the other, why are we taking so much of a hyper focus on that? But I also would raise a point to say, is the taste level of what we're looking at good? Or is it us just saying, oh, because she made it, let's give it extra points? Because I think that's bullshit. Because if it don't look good, I'm not going to be like, well, she made it, so don't look good. You can make something that look good. Aaron, I don't want to even say that's the gossip, because I'm blink. Right, and BBC won't give them budget. I do know with some of the American seasons, that's been a thing on the table, because they do have enough money. But yeah. But either way, girl, let me be real with you. If they gave me a budget for drag, to be honest with you, half of that would be put on the drag and the other half would go to Bill. The hoes gave me $15,000. I'll put $7,005 down on the outfits, and I will put the rest in the bank, so I gotta pay these bills while I'm filming television. Shit. I mean, Bite Back is back. Like, I know some like pull outs. Like, as much as we were dragging girls on Philippines for that, there ain't nothing wrong with a pull out as long as it fits and look good. I don't know, but I also think we shouldn't like just drag her just because like, oh, she doesn't have a budget. I'm dragging because this looks like a t-shirt and some shorts with some stockings and a flat ass with some cutouts. That's why I'm dragging this. I still like Kate Butch. She's great. Michael, this was excellent. I loved it. I kind of think it's hilarious, like how they're like, it's a trend alert. No one had. I love how the girls' art showing their arms. I was like, yeah, this is kind of a trend alert. Can we give Wow a round of applause for the sound effect when her hands came out? Oh, that was great. It said. I was like, okay, thank you, Wow. I was like, that is the stuff that I like from your show. That the little silly shit. You know what I mean? This is really funny. I thought it was very cool, avant-garde, a different take on the heart. It could have been something completely like very on the nose with it, but this is almost on the nose to another level of on the nose, but not past the nose. And I just live for it. Live and live and live and live. I do like it. I like to like how Michael presented it. I love their head. When they turned around, though, that was my only issue, Michael. I wish you had time to paint the back of your head black and I'm not going to show it, but when you turned around, it was all just regular back of the head, and you had the top of it black. I wish you when it did like almost like an avatar situation where it looked like a black tattoo was going all the way to the back of your head. That was my only thing. And it's a very light, not even like deducting like maybe 0.5 points, a 99.5. It's a great look. Great look. That was my only thing. I was like, wish you had painted all the way back there, girl. Either way, it was good. Delicious. I really like you without a breastplate. You look really good. You don't look like you're choking on like, a vegetable or a chicken bone. You don't look like an uncircumcised penis with testicles for titties. You don't look like that. I really think this is a better fit for you than you having a breast bib. You look so much older with one too. All tea. It's not a good outfit. It's cute, but I have to give her some coots. Her makeup, the normal way she's been painting it without that it just looked like a different person. And I was like, it's not a cute look, but God, I just like it so much better. Like without, I just really like her without that bib. I really do. It just looks so much cleaner. It does. I don't like the outfit. But I appreciate her mug and her hair, and I was able to see her not look ridiculous in something that looks like it belongs on somebody else. So not the best look, but I applaud her for not the breast bib, and I applaud her for stepping out and doing something a little bit different that way, because I liked it preferably. She looks much younger without the plate, and you can take that as a read. You can misconstrue my words whatever way you want to, but that is a very big compliment. She looks a lot better without having to put that on. She should definitely invest in that. If she wants the bib, go for it. But make sure it's covered, because I'm going to show you somebody with a bib that did it right. Thank you, Dee Dee. Ginger did it correctly. Now, you can see this. Here. And it's like you got to look for it, right? But I'm going to show you a wide shot with how this makes sense, and you can barely see anything. This Ginger Johnson literally is a heart. There is something around her neck to cover it, so it doesn't look like there's something just bunched up here. That's what I'm asking them to do. That's all I want them to do. If you're going to get that heavy-ass 25-pound plastic piece of titty bib, put something up here and make it like really big so we can't tell you're wearing a scrotum. Like that's all. And that's why I thought Ginger did this really well, and it looks really good with this heart. And you can see like the ventricles and all of that. You can check how it's like going through. Everything about this is really cool and campy. I don't like the wig at all. At all. That's my only critique. I like everything else about this. Hate that wig. Burn it. Hate that wig. Hate it. But the boots, woo, with the gloves that match, yes, ma'am. And the way that this is shaped perfectly, it is a little bit bulky, but it's giving heart, right? Like it's meant to be. So I'm like, okay, like I like that. But that wig is a child. But again, the way she did her bib, I'm like, this is how it's done. It looks like those are your breasts, so the illusion is intact, and we don't have to see you looking like something that you're not. Close-ups, my point proven. There's something around the neck. It just distracts you away from. That's all I'm asking. That's it. But I think that I like Ginger's look. I just didn't like the wig. That's all. I want those boots for me, just for peace. A red boot with a black bodysuit. Ooh. And some red gloves. Ooh. I would do heated. If that was the tea in that outfit, that would be a heated performance. Heated. I know it's eat it. I still say heated. Y'all have to learn. I make up my own lyrics sometimes, okay? And I feel that they're the appropriate lyrics. I'm fully aware of my nonsense. Okay. Thanks for tuning in. 161 of you here right now. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share, and subscribe. It's your boy, Matty Rants. We're talking about RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 5. Snatch Game. Drop a tip in my jar if you feel like it because I'm poor. PayPal.me/MattyRants. Catch up to MattyRants. Venmo/Rants. Thanks for being here. Tomorrow is going to be a review on House of Villains. It'll be a morning show. So bring your coffee, bring your breakfast. We're going to talk about New York's exit and her dragging Omarosa by her Republican dead-ended roots, baby. I am ready to have that conversation. And then Sunday, we're going to have a little bit of a gameplay day of Baldur's Gate 3. Next Sunday, the panel will be coming back. I'll be gone Monday because I'll be in LA at World of Wonder Studios. And then Tuesday, I'll be back to talk about Dragula with Dooley. I live for this. I saw vampire, I saw like heart, I saw so much out of this that I was like, this is kind of that girl. Like, I kind of liked it a lot. Now, if I'm going to be honest with you, when this first came out and I saw that one little piece down, I said, wait, didn't they say Manila couldn't do this dress? Not even trying to be funny. I, at one point in time, thought, now, wait, what is this? Like, it looked like, wait a minute. And I said, oh, no, it's Bram Stoker's Dracula mixed in with the horror movie element because she says she's into horror thrillers. And so she wants it to be this moment of eating these hearts and giving vampire. That wig is everything. Oh, speaking of which, just because Silver Apples, you actually reminded me of something. I need to watch Castlevania Nocturne tonight. Thank you. It's on my list of things to watch on Netflix, but I have been like just all over the place lately. So someone told me I need to watch it like immediately. But yeah, I thought this was a bop. I did. I loved it. Like, and something about so it's interesting because when I look at the shoe, I want it to be higher up, but then I was like, no, it's perfectly fine because it almost looks like a sock that is flaring out at the top and it was a red heels at the bottom, but it's giving like a whole boot. It just kind of gave me this sort of like Halloween 2 when they were in the hospital feel, like, but mix it in with like Bram Stoker's Dracula, and it's like the vampires in the hospital and it's taking out patients and they keep coming. Like, my mind was developing a story around her look. I liked it. I thought she served it, and I don't know what that heart was made out of. I don't know what juice was being spilled out of it. I don't know what that tasted like. I got nervous for you because I was like, baby, I know that's a prop now, but if that's not juicy fruit plopping into your mouth, if that's not some, cranberry apple from Ocean Spray, I don't know what that is and going in there. I get nervous when people play with props like this. Looks like a pomegranate. I've never ate a pomegranate. I've had pomegranate flavored things. I've never had a pomegranate before. Mm. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I saw the Lil Nas X outfit for Halloween. Listen, as much as people want to pull me into the gays or misogynistic route, I'm really not that guy. So for me, when I saw the outfit being worn by him, I was more so in, well, I don't have periods. So I'm not going to speak on this because that's not I can't relate. So I would listen to women and how they would feel about that. And if some are like, it's okay. And others are like, nah, it's bullshit. Then I'm going to take it for what that is and let that be what it is. You know what I mean? Because why am I going to enter myself into a conversation that I can't relate to? I can understand and empathize with, and we can be taught and told these things, but us men and those who can, like we can relate to that. Like, what are we talking about? Like, saw a lot of people on there. It's just an outfit. I'm like, okay, but if, honey, Just like that drag queen that walked into that bar for Halloween dressed as what? When we have a situation happening overseas with a word I can't say on YouTube because I want to stay monetized, and she want to get mad because people were offended by her outfit. Baby, it was offensive. Some people can find that funny, but it's offensive right now. It's totally disrespectful. And you being mad at the internet for clocking you is ridiculous. See, Jazzy, you found it funny. That's for you. Some people didn't. So again, for me, I'm not in that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in that shit. You know, I would never think to dress as a tampon for Halloween. That my mind wouldn't go that route. Okay. It just wouldn't go there. Especially when like that's a situation that's really sensitive for people, because in certain places like sanitary napkins and tampons and women's you know, certain thing that women need to, like, especially because it is with their health, like they can't get access to, you know what I'm saying? So like there's also a lot of nuances with that. And I do understand that drag is sometimes political, sometimes it's not, sometimes it's everything and then some. So but that was Halloween. So I don't know. We got to move on because I feel like we're going to talk about this for way too long. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. Yeah, I saw all that, Will. I was very disappointed with the response, but I also said this is what comes with privilege when people think they can do whatever they want and they've never had any repercussions before. So they act like everybody's against them and they just don't get it. And I'm just going to do it's like, okay, but people try to educate you in that moment and you didn't want to listen. And you could have just taken your L and continued on with your life. And people would have said, well, she apologized. And then we would have moved on, but you didn't. So women in jail, especially. Oh yeah, nonchalant one. Oh yeah, they pass it around like they got to make deals to get it. You know what I'm saying? Like what? It's insane. It's insane. And not every I'm talking about this. I'm none of my business. Everybody, the way that happens, everyone's period, they're all different. All different, and it's important. So again, Matty took one class of women's studies, one class of women's studies, and it forever did me in. I was like, holy shit! Like, what? Like this is like this. That's what y'all be going through. Well, goddamn, you sit my gay ass down somewhere, okay? But yeah, Car, I like this look. It was pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Okay, let me let's get back focused to the show. Let's stay focused on one line here, not make this about one thing. Okay, I know we love to have conversations too on this platform, but one critical point of view that the Reddit girls say is I talk too much and I talk about nothing and it's not to the point, and shut up, Matt. And to them I say fuck you. I also say let's move on from this, right? So Michael Morale and Carmel are safe. Fine. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Michael actually could have replaced Kate Butch all too. Like Kate and Cara could have been safe, but I think the way the edit wouldn't have worked out well for the storyline for Kate here, because Kate being up there gave the influence of maybe she'll be a top person, and we're expecting, because she has no badge, so her being safe would have ruined that caliber of a storyline in this conversation. So in my opinion, though, if we're going to talk about performance and the runway included, one more time, performance and the runway included, Michael should have been in Kate's place. Kate's runway was tragic. Her Snatch Game was good, but it wasn't great. Michael had a good and not great Snatch Game. And then Michael Morley's runway was everything. That deserved a conversation. But I think for edit-wise and for the storyline purposes, Kate being up there made more sense. Because it wanted you to feel, oh, Kate might win. Nope. No. So top, bottom, middle. Top, bottom, verse. Lord, thank you. I know. I like to talk too. I like to talk too, but sometimes I do be going on and on and on. I'm a rambler, okay? I've been a rambler since the beginning of time. Ask my parents. Well, ask my dad and my brothers and sisters and cousins and uncles and everybody I went to school with. Yeah. Even in creative writing, Matt, your story is so long. It's good, but like I asked for just like a 10-page story and you gave me 20. I'm like, well, I had to develop the characters. We had to develop the characters. No, okay, listen. I was the editor of my literary magazine for like 2 years in high school. So a lot of this comes out. Yes, an editor of a literary magazine. Can you believe me? I know. I was, though. So listen, Tamara Thomas is in the top. Ginger Johnson is in the top. That's it. If I'm going to be very honest with you, that's it. They just wanted to talk to Kate. They wanted to talk to Kate. And the bottom two was Vicky Vivacious and Dee Delicious. This was very, very, very duh. Okay. This was very, yeah. Because Tamara did really good and her runway was clean. Same thing with Ginger Johnson, right? Kate, we got to talk to you because you're so like, we get you're trying, but we need to talk about this. There's no point in having a conversation with Cara. And for Michael's sake, they were probably like, well, we're going to be nice anyways. And maybe that's going to mess this up a little bit. So let's focus on two, one safe, but needs to be talked to, and two bottoms. And that's the truth. I like this point. 2 weeks in a row, UK is focused on giving a good show, and that makes it harder to make the lower spot, saying that this week it was clear who was the bottom. Absolutely. They were even doing their makeup together. Quincy, I think that would have also been interesting to do. It would have also made it difficult for us to know who was going to be in the bottom. So I do agree with this point, but I think they were trying to keep the episode within a certain time frame, right? It was like an hour and 10 minutes already. They also could have cut out a couple of the conversation or point of views. This was funny back here. Cara helping Michael drink. Matt, I know I'm hungry. I will eat in a second. We're working. Don't you hate when your stomach growls and you're like working and you're like, I got to finish this first though, because if I sit down and eat, the flow is gone. That was me when I had a 9 to 5 and I was working at the bank. I would miss lunch sometimes because I'm on the phone and I'm like, I have to finish this call. I can't eat nothing because if I start eating, I'm going to get sleepy. I ain't going to do shit. I don't want to do shit. It's pretty clear even in the back with Untucked, like what's going to happen. And Michael's like, Ginger's like, or they're like, it's possible you may get your third badge. And Ginger's like, nah, it's definitely going to go to Tamara or, like with Kate. She got good critiques too. Ginger's a very nice friend. Yeah, Ginger's a good friend. She's very nice. And she seems very humble. It was never, oh, it's going to be me. It's like, but no, Kate did really good too. I was like, girl, they read her for her outfit, but that's nice. And they talked about Tamara. Oh, that's sweet of you, Jen. Ginger seems very sweet. I'd love to meet her. Her and Kate seem like a good time, a good hoot. Love to go drinking with them. I can hear the puns and the jokes. Oh, we would have a good time, ladies. The references would be out of line. Do you have a Pepe's in Texas? That sounds familiar. What's Pepe's? Let me see here. That sounds familiar. I know a Papa's. We got Papa's. Is it like a burger spot? Where is the fuck? This is the spot. Is it a burger spot? I don't know what Pepe's is. Pepe's. There's actually one that's by my house. I think. Oh, this isn't by my house, but it's close to. No, it's not. It's nowhere near my house. It's nowhere near my house. So I'll shut up. It's so far away. I was like, oh, that's downtown. No, ma'am. It's a taco spot. It's not that good. Wait, isn't there one in Arizona? Oh, isn't it that one I went to? Is it the 24-hour? Is that the 24-hour one? Wait, that sounds so familiar. There's a restaurant that's like almost like a fast food Mexican restaurant that's 24 hours and it tastes so much. It's not like Taco Bell, which is like, shit on a tortilla. It actually tastes decent, but it's, not, it's for folks that aren't ready for some spices. I don't know. Y'all got me hungry. After judging, Ginger Johnson wins her third badge, second solo, third badge in a row, one with the group for the masterclass episode, Rusaster class episodes, Filiberto's. There we go. But then she also won for the last challenge with the musical, which I saw a lot of people saying she didn't deserve it for that. She didn't deserve this. And I'm sick of them trying to make her something. I'm like, damn. She did a good job for the musical. What are we talking about? Oh, this show. I'm like, y'all really don't want things to be fun anymore, right? But then she won for this one too. Listen, I again say there could have been other people like Tamara that could have won this episode. For sure. But they felt Ginger was the best and she had the better of the looks and this, that, and the other. So, is that a no, Trey? She's a heart. No, it's not good. It's not good, baby, but that was funny. Sorry, I had to read that one. I didn't want to post it because they're, again, YouTube's weird terms of services, but what? No. But Ginger wins. Good job. I'm happy for Ginger. Now, this also could be one of those moments in the competition where, did you peak? Sorry, India. I mean, for me, I kind of wanted Ginger to have it too. I think if Tamara got it, I would have been happy because it was the unexpected win of Tamara getting the comedy challenge. And if we want to do storyline purposes, RuPaul saying, "Do you know you're funny?" No, you're naturally funny, and if you hone into that, right? And then say if Tamara won, that means that she fell into those instincts that RuPaul gave her, and she fell into the funny, and she's not. That would have made a great storyline. Ginger winning because RuPaul was so impressed with her. Please watch that over again because RuPaul was like, you need to tell these kids how to do Snatch Game. Tell us from your perspective, Ginger, how to do this. Like, imagine the judge asking for your advice on how to do a challenge that she's been doing for years in hosting and has literally told them in the blueprint. So for me, I think Ru found respect in Ginger's performance and her runway and that campiness of it all. And that's why she won. It's the respect level Ru has for Ginger through this competition because Ginger holds herself very well, very well spoken, very intelligent, knows who they are, has time on this earth a bit. So there's experience and wisdom coming from what they're saying. She's not even that much of an older queen. She's in my age group, right? Like we in the same age bracket. Ginger is a seasoned queen and you can receive that. But I do think storyline purposes, if Tamara had won, it would have been a moment because that would have been a gag. Like Ginger already got 2 right, but like Tamara winning a challenge like that, oh baby. I bet that would have been a confidence boost. Yeah. She's like 34. Right. I'm older than her. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Like, I think that's where that came from. That's where my mind is at for this. This song is so good. Heartbreak on hold, right? Alexandra Burke. They're doing the song in front of the artist. And you know how I feel about that. Okay? You know how I feel about that. If you're in front of the artist, respect the artist, right? It's a mid-tempo with up-tempo beats to it, okay? It's a little mid-up tempo. I always call it mid-up because it doesn't give me full up-tempo. It gives me mid-up. Like, you don't have to go up-tempo choreography with this one. You can do mid to up and down and back. You can slow it up. You can bring it in. You can do all of that. Dee beat her in the first 5 seconds. She took out those chopsticks into the beat. Boom, 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 boom. I said, Dee got it. Let's just wrap this up. End the song now. Vicky vivacious the entire performance. Are you ready? This is her the entire performance. I didn't know I was watching The Empire Strikes Back, and this is Han fucking Solo. Like Jabba the Hutt has you as a trophy somewhere. Vicky, like the whole performance, this, and you didn't know the words. Several times that mount wasn't moving. And you just did the whole, like, what? She could have been in Five Nights at Freddy's. She could have been one of them mannequins come to life, or excuse me, animatronics that came to life. One of them. And I know we had somebody spill that tea that in her interview, she said she gave up because she knew like Dee Dee was going to eat her alive. And this is for me in that moment. Huh? Really? That's kind of flax. I don't have empathy for that. In gay times? Ooh. Yeah, I don't have empathy for that. This. I'm a shower. I'm a perform it, baby. A pasty indeed. A dry one. Bitch, I was mad at her. Yeah, she admitted it. Mm-hmm. And that's not cool. Like, I'd rather you Jenny Lemon. I'd rather you say, well, since I'm not going to do anything, let me leave kind of in a funny way. I'd rather that be the case. I know some people hate that shit, but like, to me, you sat on stage and just played with us. That's dumb. Banksy could have been here. Because I know Banksy would have gave a fuck. And I'm not trying to come down on Vicky like that, but that really, like, that wears me out. Because she did that the whole performance. Dee Dee was just having fun. Dee Dee was really having fun. And she's now the lip sync assassin. And I mean, no shade against Dee Dee, but if she went up against somebody that had actual, like, that could, like, actually buck, I don't think Dee Dee would win. I don't think Dee Dee would win at all. But she's been going against, she had a ballad the last episode, and now she has something in her wheelhouse. Dee Dee was having fun, and I was having fun with her. And I knew she was winning the lip sync. It wasn't going to go any other way. And I thought to myself, what if they give it to Vicky because she already has a badge and Dee Dee doesn't? And Vicky's track record is a little bit better. Huh. Bell Chan, thank you for the super chat. She's a pointer sister. Ooh, you mean a claw sister. She's a white claw sister. No pun intended for the white part. She's a white claw sister. White claw. Drinks, seltzer alcohol, White Claw, because that's all you did. La, la, la. I was like, all right. That's what we're getting today, kids. That's it. I think if she lip synced against Cara or Tamara, it would be a wrap. I do think that because we've seen what Tamara can do. Mama oozes sex when she performs, and we've seen Cara cut up before. So it's like, I agree. But at the same time, I'm going to give her dues here. I was entertained, and she didn't do one move that was unnecessary. Thank you, Dee Dee. You didn't do that one kick out that you can't do properly. Your dip wasn't a dip at all. You did your installment layout, which was funny. And you played with the song, even with your outfit falling down. You had a good time, and I was liking it. I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, yeah, this was fun. This is fun. But for you, like, okay, can I be real, Arnold? I still Cara beat Vicky, but you know, the kids say different, and that's fine. But like, I was like, I don't know. Tomorrow versus Dee Dee seems like a teaser. Oh, right. Wasn't that what the last episode, what the commercial was giving for this next episode, that Tamara and Dee Dee were going to be in the bottom? But what if it's one of those moments when they're like, oh, we did so bad. And they get on stage. You were excellent. What? I mean, that could happen. It's a possibility. I have no idea what's going to happen next episode. So I'm like, Y'all, we're halfway through the song. Look at what Vicky looking like. 173 of you in the room. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of this Rant Pack family. Thank you for tuning in to your boy Matty Rants. We're talking about RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 5, Episode 6, Snatch Game. Drop a tip in my jar if you feel like it for me hosting with the mostin'. I'm poor. Help, 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 help. PayPal. PayPal.me/MattyRants. Cash App, $, MattyRants. Positive mood, positive attitude. All love, nothing but love over here. So I hope everyone's having a great day. Give yourselves a big hug from me. And whatever you're going through, you got this, bitch, okay? You got it. You can get through it. We're going to make it. Oh. So is she going to be a new Bailey's commercial too? I need them to announce UK versus the world soon. I need them to. Okay, I'm sorry I have to say this. Oh, you got Wingstop? Oh, I want Wingstop. Oh my God. And you're toking. I hate you. I don't Keanu Reeves. I promise you. My guy's not answering the phone right now, and I'm over here like, oh my God. Are you serious? Oh, you have Wingstop. Can I tell you what my favorite flavor is? Y'all are not gonna like me. I have 3 flavors from Wingstop I have to have. The honey barbecue, but the one that's like kind of spicy, garlic parmesan, and lemon pepper are my 3. Those are the 3 wings I'm going to devour, demolish, and destroy. Okay. Like, I fucking love garlic parmesan and lemon pepper together. Oh, it's a match made in heaven as far as wings are concerned. Ooh, garlic parm is so good. I'm sorry. So good. And I used to hate them when I was younger. I only did barbecue. That was the only wings I would eat. I got older, man, that lemon pepper started to slap and that garlic parmesan. Sorry. Oh, you got me thinking about food. Okay. The 360 split was cute. It was cute, so I wasn't like blown away by this, right? What I did like though is that she did this like pull across stage, like, well, I'm just doing this. Like, I thought that was kind of funny. I thought it was funny. David, if it's your birthday, make some noise. If it's your birthday, make some noise, noise, noise. That's for the girls that know about that Baltimore club beat. Thank you. Rest in peace, K Swift. If it's your birthday, make some noise. Happy birthday, David. I'm glad I got to meet you in person before. Thank you so much for your kindness and for coming through on the chat. I hope you have a blessed and wonderful birthday. The camera's here, Matt. Have a blessed and wonderful birthday. I send you nothing but my love, David. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all make sure to wish David a happy birthday. Thank you. Arnold, I want to talk about this real quick. I cannot understand what Kate's edit is supposed to be with how much the editors seem to love her. Talking heads, but Rue being lukewarm on her, to say the least. Is it supposed to be giving? Arnold, I want you to think about somebody that we've watched before on Drag Race. I literally said I was going to do this video in an hour, and we're already at 2 hours because that's what talking does, right? We're talking. We're talking today. I'm a Libra, so you should know about this, right? There have been seasons where people have had shit-tastically horrible runways, but they are so lovable and so likable, and they're so funny, and they help drive the story. Right now, that's her edit. She's not had a good time on that runway, even though low-key, I think they should have talked to her, and she should have been in a higher position for that animal patchwork look. I thought that was fabulous, personally. Okay. Come on, Drewski. We talk in this family. We do. But that's kind of how it feels. So think of it that way. Like, she loves to hear her talk. She just wants her to have better looks. That's all. It's something like that. It's something about the likability. Because again, let's say if Kate had a better wardrobe, she'd be eating this Oh, baby. She'd be doing a good job. Same movement. Anywho, let's wrap this. Dee Dee won the lip sync. Personally, for me, I thought for sure that was the right decision. I feel Vicky gave up at this point in time because things weren't just going their way and they got in their head. And then once it came down to the lip sync, she already had in her mind that Dee Dee was going to win. And just like we talked about before, she gave up. And I don't think that's cool. But at the same time, if that's what she wanted to do, that's what she wanted to do. And she did the Cornish way. I doubt the Cornish people will do that. But, you know, I don't know that. I don't know nothing about that. Let me shut the fuck up on that. What kind of ignorant shit was that, Matt? Yeah. But like, I want it better for Vicky. I thought she was going to go a lot further. It is interesting to see her go out so soon after that first like win or whatever that she had to fight for in a lip sync. But I'm kind of interested now, even more in the season, that Vicky's gone because that leaves the door open. Because Vicky was a little bit of a contender, but now it's like that opens up the door for others to really push in through. And what we thought may have been is not interesting. Even for Banksy. Like, those are people who we consider contenders. And now I feel like okay, let me keep it 100. Let me get a picture of everybody here. Let's get a picture of everybody so we can talk about this. Right now, it depends on what the next couple of episodes are going to be. We have an acting challenge next week. Okay? So that's going to be tough. We got Kate, Michael, Dee Dee, Cara, Tamara. Hey, I didn't mix their names up this week. Oh my God. I didn't mix their names up this week. Look at me. I'm getting better. Ginger, and that's it, right? So we got 6 people left. Between that 6, the only people I can see as far as how the competition is going in reference to the way it's working out, Michael, Tamara, and Ginger, I can see in a top 3. That 4th spot, now that's going to be interesting. That's the part. I think Dee Dee will go before Cara does. I almost guarantee it, especially if they put Dee Dee and Cara in a lip sync together. Yeah, I don't see Dee Dee staying. Not with 2 lip syncs in the bottom, whereas Cara was in the position where she lip synced in the top, and then she had to lip sync in the bottom. You know, that's what I'm saying. So, like, yeah, personally, yeah, I think that it's Michael, Ginger, and Tamara right now who are guarantees for me to be in a top 3 position. But that 4th spot is different. That's the one where I want Cara to get there, but I need Cara to get out of her own way sometimes. I want Kate to also be there too. I want better clothes, but that she only brought what she brought, so that's gonna be tough, right? I can say one thing about this season. It's been interesting. It's been enjoyable. A lot more than another season that RuPaul hosted this year recently. A lot more. And there's no money on the line. And it's way more entertaining than Down Under. Let's just go ahead and say it. Way more entertaining. Leaps and bounds. Also, this cast is kind of really good. They're all likable in their own kind of ways. And then for those who like to hate, there's people you can hate easily too. It gives everybody the best of both worlds. Like, you know, oh my God, did I really just get the best of both worlds? Get it done and go. Got the best of, sorry. Best of both worlds. I think that's like my last point of Disney was that part right there. Hi, George. Hey, everybody. So yeah, I think for me, my guaranteed 3 who I think are going to make it are Tamara, Michael, and Ginger. And it's between Cara and Kate for that 4th spot. I don't think Dee Dee's making it that far, unfortunately. Yeah, that was when my age bracket like left me. Like Hannah Montana was the last of it. Because I grew up around the Lizzie McGuire days. That was my time frame. I grew up around Lizzie McGuire, Even Stevens. Oh, for the girls that remember. And That's So Raven before the reboot. Like the original days. Like that was my time frame for Disney. In the future, I can see. Yeah. Yep, that's me. I used to be obsessed with that show. Oh my God. Oh goodness, that American. You don't call her black. She's an American. She's not a black one. No, she's an American. Remember, Pete and Pete was Disney. No, Nickelodeon. Excuse me. Yeah, Pete and Pete was Nickelodeon. Smart Guy was Disney, but it was more so. I caught Smart Guy not on Disney. I caught it on like ABC, like Fridays. I'd sneak it because Sister would also come on like on those. I was a girl. I used to have to sneak a lot of shit because I was 7-day Adventist. We weren't allowed to watch TV on Friday nights because we had to bring in the Sabbath, and then all of Saturday we can't even watch TV unless it has something to do with God or God's creation, which is nature. So that's where my love for nature shows came from because I was not allowed to watch TV during the weekend. So I was always watching Animal Planet and Discovery and National Geographic. It's kind of how I wanted to be a marine biologist at one point in time in my life. But and then we would close, the Sabbath that night on Saturday. And then we're like, run to the TV, run. We got to catch all the shows we didn't see. Like before there was a DVR, y'all don't know. You do not know. Life was hard before a DVR. Life was so hard. Oh my God. You would miss your show and you would miss it. Like it's not, the rerun's not going to come back for like a year. You never again. They won't even tell you when it's airing with the rerun. No, you had to just be watching. Oh, I hated TV back then. You get to school, everyone's talking about it. I have no idea what's going on. That was me for Pepper Ann because I was, again, too young at the time. I didn't have control of my life. So Pepper Ann was on and I'm like not allowed to watch it. It's a Saturday cartoon. So I come to school. Oh my God, Pepper Ann. I'm like, fucking bitches. Oh, I missed the Friends finale. The first. Oh, that would see if you're like a watcher of shows, that would kill me. And now Matty is wearing the Lip Sync Assassin t-shirt. I am my girl Taste. I am. For those of you who don't remember, the first time season 2 Drag Race UK went to like the States for DragCon, Taste, I did that interview with Taste, right? I also did an interview again with her. Y'all have seen or whatever. That's my girl. But this shirt was sold out and I was evil. So when she came back again and I saw this shirt, I was like, give it to me now. I love me some Tasty. I think she's going to be at that premiere party I'm supposed to be going to. Hopefully I see her. I'd love to hang out and talk to her again. This is my girl. We had a good time when we hung out. Yes, I've hung out and spent time with a lot of these Drag Race girls, and they're honestly cool people and nice people if you don't just run at them and go, I love you so much. Like definitely let them know that you love them. But there have been times I've been with some of your favorites and somebody will walk up and just interrupt a conversation. It'd be driving them. I'm telling you now, it drives them. It drives them. Where is my child? Mamu. I need to get this science diet for him. Where is my baby? Are you on the? Oh, he's on the bed. Never mind. Let me not disturb him. Yeah, he's not behind me. Where are my glasses? Anywho. All right, y'all. This is a wrap for me today. Thank you so very, 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 very much for tuning in. Do me a favor, hit that like button before you walk out the door. The algorithm asks of you, hit the like button, even the dislike if you're a hateful person or you're just trying to be funny. Get in the comment section. There were over, 175 of you here? That means 175 comments I should see. That's how we stay alive. That's how my baby gets fed. I'm so serious. That is how this happens. Like, I've checked the numbers. I've looked at the past. I'm tripled down from what I was before. It's time to step it up, pack. Let's do this. And I will continue to bring you excellent commentary and content each and every day as long as I have breath in my body. I shall do this. Tomorrow, House of Villains, the New York reading session that we will be breaking down. And then Sunday is going to be gaming. Let's play Baldur's Gate 3, episode 3 with me. And then again, the rest of the schedule, Dragula Tuesday. Take care. I fucking love every single one of you. Give yourselves a hug from me. Stop stressing. Stop worrying. You got this just like I do. And I will see you for the next one. Bye, everybody.
Listen. Yeah.